Hi, this is Matt from Audio Plugin Deals. Today we're looking at Concert Grand YF3 by IK Multimedia, which is part of their Pianoverse series. Let's have a look at it. Right, so as usual, I'll start with the installation process, because I know that can be often quite tricky with IK Multimedia products. So the first thing you need to do is open up your product manager. You may need to update it like I've just done. Up the top, click on register and then input your serial number. Mine's obviously blurred for obvious reasons. Press register and you'll be met with a nice reassuring green tick. And then scroll down the page and then somewhere, hopefully you will see Pianoverse. Boom, there it is. And then come over to the right here and click install. So the first thing it's going to do is install Pianoverse itself. I will fast forward through this next bit. Then next we go through the standard installation process. Mine is on D, but yours will most likely be different. Install which variants you want. I only need VST3. And then despite choosing that, we still need to choose the location of VST2. I've always found that quite annoying, but hey ho. And then we choose the VST3 location. I do like that we can customize it. And then we wait a bit for it to do its thing. Doesn't take too long. And finish. Application installed correctly. Please proceed to install the sound content. Now this is the big one. It has 30 gig of sounds, so be prepared to wait a while, or maybe do it overnight perhaps. So close out of there and go to the IK Multimedia website under My Products, and then we click on Sounds Download. And then we choose whether we want Mac or Windows. I'm on Windows, and it says down here that we can only download 10 at a time. So let's choose 10. Or let's split it up. Let's do 7 and then 7 and then download. And then because that will take quite a while, go away and have a coffee or do whatever you want to do and then come back and then download the rest. And then once that's done, we'll proceed with the next step. And then once you've done that, it's the laborious task of going through each of these 14 zip files, extracting out the contents, and then installing them to your preferred sample location. It does take quite some time. However, it's absolutely worth it because this thing sounds fantastic. Upon opening, you're met with this preset page, which also shows an image of the piano that this is modeled on, which is a Yamaha 9-foot CF3, and it features 33 presets here. However, as you'll soon see, the plugin goes way beyond these presets. So let's choose one, the first one in the list here. Then let's click over to the piano page. So here we have the piano itself, obviously, which is the main window of this screen. On the piano page, we see a very impressive image of the piano itself. And then below that, we have master and model controls. So the master section is really just a high level, basically I'm going to call it a macro view of the additional pages you'll find later. So you've got tune, transpose, space for the reverb, tone, compression, then you've got the send and insert effects, the width, and then the velocity curve, which you can also change in the options at the top here. Below that we have model-specific parameters. So here we have functions such as hammer noise, pedal noise, and the lid position, for example, and then also the filter type and the cutoff to the far right. So given that it's modeled after a Yamaha CF3, or indeed any Yamaha, it does have quite a bright tone. So in addition to being quite bright, it has been recorded very dry. And that is due to this quite unique, or in fact absolutely unique, space section here. And I should caveat that in that space in itself, as in reverb, is obviously not unique, but some of the types and some of the places here are incredibly unique. For example, Coliseum, Desert, and we'll get onto some of the crazy ones as we proceed. So currently we're in a palace. Let's change this to Academy. Or a ballet studio. Or a bit of a teaser. Let's go to something more exciting like the Coliseum. Turn the space up. And just because I can't control myself, let's go with Iceberg. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Turn that down a bit for now, but I don't want to cover those off just yet, so let's go back to the top here. We have mix, so here we have a visualization of the mic placement, where you can choose the placement like so, the level of that mic, then we have an EQ following that, compression, and then from there we go into our space. So we previously set that to iceberg. We can change it here should we wish. Let's go with, I'm going to choose live venue, and you'll see the floor changes because we're now in a venue. We can turn the depth of that up. You saw we previously turned it down when we had the iceberg, so we now have that up. And then from there we go into another EQ, so that can be graphic or parametric, and then into another compressor, and then into the master, which has the send effects and the inserts, as well as master tone, master compression, a width control, and then obviously the output level. I mentioned there the effects, so they're on the next tab, and this is another section where it gets really exciting. So here we have this first send effect, which is the convolution reverb. We can change that to something like a shimmer, for example. To the right of that we have the first insert effect. Let's change that to overdrive perhaps. And then moving on from there we have the second insert effect. So let's put this on particles. Let's obviously turn them on. And instantly we're very far away from a conventional piano. Let's attach the LFO to the size perhaps. We'll turn down the rate, maybe we'll sync this, go 1 bar, and then for the second one, let's put that on feedback. Let's do this one a bit faster, so maybe half a bar. Envelope 2, let's put that on drive perhaps. Just a bit. Let's turn all that off and listen to how we started. With the shimmer. And the overdrive. And then the particles. And obviously all of that is to taste, and I'm clearly overdoing it for demonstration purposes, but you get the idea of just how flexible and how wacky you can make a piano sound. Let's choose something that sounds interesting, modern, crispy. And this one by default looks like it's set in a garage. So let's listen to what this sounds like in a garage. Let's now go somewhere more funky. Let's go desert. And one thing I was waiting to mention, but I can do it now, is these incredibly unique parameters to the right here. So for desert, we have mirage, we have wind, we have sand, and we have dunes. Now tell me any other piano plugin that has these parameters. put it in the Coliseum now. And here we have some equally wacky variables. Audience, gladiator, set it down a bit, tension, and arena. Let's listen to our iceberg again. Let's play something different, this time put it in a live venue. Or a monastery. We have two variants of that. We have a forest, which is one of my favorites because, once again, where do you find cicadas, foliage, magic, and rays in a piano plugin? Let's choose a different piano for this one though, or a different preset I should say. Let's go with Harpsichord on Mars. This one, as its name would imply, is set to the red planet space. And here we can adjust the stars, radiations, vacuum, and signal. So cool, absolutely love it. Let's now go from the red planet to the sea floor. Let's listen to what the mansion sounds like. This one, let's go St. John's Wood Grand, because I already know my next space, and that is the London Tube. It says Underground, but I'm going to say it's London Tube, specifically of the Mind the Gap here. Vault sounds intriguing. I think for this one though, I'm going to choose something that's a bit darker. So let's go with vintage New York jazz. As a default, we're in Studio C. But like I said, I wanted to put this one into the vault. Let's turn on the comp, and then we'll change that to, we can change it to British. Modern. Bit too much overdrive. And then on the insert, just because I like it, the particles. Well, I'm really liking this. Let's go back to our garage. So just to close it off, let's go back to our iceberg. Well, I think that's it, because as you can see, I could be playing on this for quite a long time. It really is my favorite piano plugin by a long shot. So as I said at the start, it's currently heavily discounted at Audio Plugin Deals. Go check it out, and I'm sure you'll be thoroughly impressed by it. It is absolutely fantastic. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.